Okay, guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel for White Gorilla Kelia. Today, we're going to be talking about how the same person that was banned before for the inappropriate behavior that I had showed you a video of, a recording of on my channel previously, is back in the Discord, and they're still, and apparently they had posted another inappropriate photo, and I wasn't aware of this until the user, where's the person? Hold on. Ban trigger, this one? The user called Diva's Glare had confirmed and had gave me notice that Trigger had apparently been unbanned after they sent an inappropriate photo, which I could probably scroll up to show you. But they were essentially caught again of sending an inappropriate photo, and now they're in the server again arguing with Diva because she's standing up for what's right, which is trying to get Trigger banned again because they shouldn't have gone back into the server after what they did. And they shouldn't have stayed in the server after them reposting another inappropriate photo. And knowing their history, they shouldn't have let them stay longer than a minute. So let's find the photo. Here it is. Ban Trigger is basically given the message IDs of all of the proof that Trigger have been sending inappropriate photos. This is the first time it happened. I don't know the second one. We could probably go see what the message IDs go for, but essentially she got caught again, and she's still in the server right now arguing with Diva, talking about how she's bringing up the same issue from before where she's basically just shaming me for being over 18 and saying that I felt like I had enemies surrounding me in real life, and that's it. I wasn't sexualizing my situation. I wasn't using my situation to manipulate other people sexually. I wasn't using it to, you know, get inappropriate with others. Like, I wasn't taking my situation and weaponizing it sexually. I was literally just saying how I felt like I had no friends in real life, and she's continually shaming me for just being 18. And then on top of that, they're also enabling their toxic behavior where they're just literally saying that the fact that I got supposedly groomed by teens on Discord, like, it makes it any better. Like, that's not funny, for one. And second of all, that's not that's not even a valid response to someone getting groomed. If anything, if you have no remorse for someone sharing groomer like behavior on Discord in front of a bunch of teens, and you're also supporting it and saying it's okay, that's not okay in general. That's like that's a red flag. Because imagine you hear your child talking about how they send an inappropriate picture on a Discord full of teens, knowing that it's breaking the rules for the Discord, and then they're also supporting it and saying that it's okay. And then they had the audacity to talk about how, oh, well, they're my friends and we were laughing about it. And okay, well, guess what? Not everyone's your friend. The whole entire Discord that you blasted that picture to, they're not your friends, and they don't have to be comfortable with it. Not only that, but you are also putting that photo in Discord as if it's okay and it's a haha funny thing. It's not. It's inappropriate and it's disgusting. You're enabling predatory behavior, and you're at such a young age, and you keep on saying that just because you're 16 you can't be a predator. Yes, you can. Literally, that stuff happens daily on nonstop. It happens on Roblox, it happens on other games, it happens on servers with VC chats where children are unsupervised and people are making inappropriate jokes in front of them. Then you make the excuse that kids shouldn't be on Discord. It doesn't matter if they should or shouldn't be on Discord. It's the fact that you sent that knowing that there's kids surrounding you or teens surrounding you, and then you're trying to say that it's okay to do it just because they should know what that is. That doesn't make any sense. That means you're okay with sending inappropriate images in general and you don't care. Let me just scroll down from where, because I don't even, let me go scroll down from, okay, so let's see, hold on. But this message history is so long because I think she got banned or her messages got deleted, but it's the fact that, is she still here? No, she's still here. Okay, good. But it's the fact that this person is just basically trying to normalize sending inappropriate images in chat and saying that teens should already know that. Well, first of all, it's not up to you if they should know that. That's disgusting in general to try and normalize it, because they shouldn't have to see that thing from people or peers in general. Like, that's just like the most main thing that you should be protecting people from, right? Inappropriate images. Unless they themselves are doing that in private, it's none of our business. We don't need to know that, and that shouldn't be talked about. But it's the fact that you brought it up and said that it's normal for them to see that. That shouldn't be a normalized thing at their age. Right now, the best thing they should be worrying about is school, or working on getting experience for a job, or spending time with their family, playing games without having to experience premeditated predators like you. Trigger. You're literally a premeditated trigger in predatorial behavior. Like, you literally trigger every single time you're in this chat talking about how it's okay to do it just because they're teens and they should know this. No, you're normalizing disgusting behavior just because you're the same age, and because you think that just because you're okay with it, everyone else should be okay with it. But that's not okay. If there was a bunch of chats where parents saw what happened, they would not be saying, oh, it's okay. They'd be saying, that's disgusting, keep away from my child. So here's the message that said here. They said, you got groomed by minors on Discord and you're over 18 and you vented to us like we gave a fuck. Get off the app and go outside. You have absolutely no say in this. Okay, first of all, that's not even a joking matter. That's not funny, and that's not cute or cool. You're not getting clout for telling someone that they're being groomed by minors on Discord, as if that's gonna make something any better than what you were doing. Like, come on. You're literally being disgusting. You're being a premeditated predator, and you're trying to normalize it on Discord in front of a bunch of teens the same age as you. If this was a grown man saying that to people on Discord, there would be a whole different audience. Way different. But it's the fact that you're trying to weaponize my age against me, as if I somehow used my situation of saying, which all I said was, I feel like I have enemies around me, like no one's my friends. I didn't use it in any inappropriate manner. All I said was that, and I was venting. That's it. But I never used it to sexualize a relationship or to make it be weaponized against people. Like, you know, those relationships where they hear about predators basically using how they're struggling against the person they're venting to, and then they try to make an inappropriate relationship. That's nothing like what I like. That's nothing to what versus what I said. I said nothing of the sort, and you're acting as if me being 18 makes me a predator. No, what makes you a predator is your behavior towards people when you're in a situation where you can impress on people inappropriate behavior and abuse them when they're vulnerable. That's what makes you a predator. What's up? So basically, I'm making a video right now. I'm live streaming right now on YouTube because Trigger is coming back in here with the same excuses, which are not even valid excuses, but they're like made up excuses that are attempting to normalize them sending in an inappropriate image in the lounge and then saying that they're not a predator just because they're 16, which is wrong because you could still be a predator at 16. Have you never seen people on Discord who consistently got called out for being disgusting and inappropriate with children who are younger than them? And then they were also making premeditated decisions that were predatorial towards other children. Because I've seen multiple situations, multiple stories, and there's been multiple people who, once they got popular, they've been called out for inappropriate behavior. And there was probably around the ages around 17 or more. But the point is, they got called out for being predators, not because of their age, but because they were using the situation that they were in to target younger individuals who were vulnerable and did not know how to say no, or stop them from abusing them, because they didn't understand what was wrong. But even if they did, they kept on targeting them because they had power over them. Huh? What? But anyways, I do have a video, like I said before, on my channel of the chat that had to do with Trigger sending that message, the same photo that I just showed, which is essentially her sending like a nasty, disgusting photo drawn or meme, whatever what she calls it. She calls it funny because that's what she thinks grooming is, funny. and it's just like literally a man underneath two sets of legs, which is a suggestive sexual image. And they sent that in chat, and then they said that it was okay or funny, and it wasn't. Yeah, I'm live right now. Okay, hold on. But yeah, that's essentially why I'm doing this right now, because this person is trying to come in here normalizing their disgusting predatory behavior and acting like nobody's gonna say something about it, because I will. And it's the fact that one of the people that I originally had blocked, I had unblocked them because I'm guessing I had gotten into an argument with them, but I had to unblock them because they're the only ones speaking up about how Trigger got unbanned after sending an inappropriate image in the first place and then trying to normalize it. And then she said that as soon as Trigger rejoined, they apparently sent another inappropriate image, but they did not get banned. They sent it in chat full of, like, this Discord is mainly of teens, correct? Yeah, so that's the point we're making. We're saying that because they sent it in chat knowing there's a bunch of teens and they did it because they thought that it was okay because teens apparently already know about it. Like, they're basically normalizing it just because they should already know about it, which is disgusting in general. And then they're saying that that it's not predatorial and that it's nasty, and if they don't like you they can get off Discord. First of all, if it's that much of an issue where people telling you that you're wrong is an issue for you and you don't want to take accountability, it sounds like you're the problem because you don't want to control your behavior. You just want to allow people in your life that enable your toxic behavior instead of taking accountability. That's basically what they're doing. Yeah, you're correct. Exactly. You're right. If you want, just click my profile and it says there's a YouTube connected to there and there's a TikTok. Click the YouTube one. It says White Gorilla Void. Click that one and it should show you my channel. And then go to the live video. Okay. Yep. Alright. I don't know why Trigger is lying. They said they're calling me a predator for sending it to my friends. Y'all are saying that I sent it in chat to a chat full of minors, and I sent it to my friends and deleted it right after. She didn't have to acknowledge me, but she chose to. No, you didn't have to send that message in chat, but you did, and you could have sent it to your friends in the DMs, but instead that photo ended up getting into the chat somehow by you yourself, not anybody else. Nobody else sent it, only Trigger sent it, and then they took a screenshot of them sending it in chat, and then they're saying that they sent it to their friends when they didn't. um their name is Trigger Happy Havoc. They have a lady with the black hair. I don't know if she's mixed or not, but that's her username. There's one called Ban Trigger because she wants them banned again, and then there's one called Trigger because, yeah. Literally, they do this stuff just because they think that they have clout and respect. Nobody respects a premeditated predator because they keep on bringing back the case about how I was 18 and venting on Discord, but they don't want to make it. They don't want to put the full story and say how I was even though I'm 18, I didn't use that situation I was struggling in to, target vulnerable underage children. I didn't use it to sexualize and target children. I didn't do any of that. All I said, like I said before, was that I felt I have no friends in real life, that everyone's my enemies. That's all I said. And that's a vent, yes, but I did not use it because I wanted to get close to people inappropriately. I just used that because I was really feeling down. And they keep on trying to use my age against me, and that just shows you how much of a bully they are, because they don't actually care about people who are struggling. They only care about themselves and how they want to enable their toxic behavior so they can feel better and not take accountability, so that they don't have to be called out and they can live on and continue doing the most outrageous things they want to do without any consequences. Yeah, basically. They're trying to weaponize my age against me, as if there's not a bunch of people in charge of them, taking care of them daily, that are 18, and they know they exist around them. Like, it doesn't make you weird if you're 18. Yeah, they're basically trying to gaslight me into feeling bad about calling them out on their disgusting behavior by trying to weaponize my age against me. No, they're chatting in the lounge channel. The color for their name is kind of bluish, kind of teal. They're the one that's saying, hold yeah, the one that has weed on their profile or whatever. Yeah, weed is the person that I'm talking about. It's the same person who's trying to enable their behavior. Huh? Oh no, I ain't got none. No, I ain't got none. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. They think that by targeting people based on their age, that it's gonna make their situation less than serious, when it should be taken even more serious. Oh, so the person with a bear tag is essentially being inappropriate, and then someone else replying to that. Yeah, it's on the live stream if you. What did they react with? Oh, they're basically trying to call out other people as well when I think the fourth I think the fourth one is not as bad, but I think like the context of it doesn't make it any better. So it's kind of just really weird. Yeah, we don't know the Yeah, you're right. That one doesn't have any actual context. Oh, see, look in chat. So Kayum was saying trigger is 15, and then Zane is saying yes. That makes it worse because why is a minor regularly sending nasty bullshit like that? Like, what exactly? It doesn't matter if you're 15, you could still be really weird and inappropriate at that age towards other people and your peers around you who are the same age, and you need to be called out on it because that behavior should not be normalized. Yep. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what we're trying to say because they're trying to basically cancel it out with their own age, and it doesn't make any sense because you don't get to run away without consequences. Exactly. Then Kayum says they're trying to bring up other people to distract you from the main topic, which was them in the first place. And they keep on trying to intimidate people as well, talking about their age and like targeting them, saying, haha, you were groomed. Like, that's not funny. The way they're like saying it is if they're trying to weaponize it against me, as if that type of behavior should be made fun of when it's not. It should be taken seriously. And they just keep on trying to deflect and act like everyone else is a problem. And it's the fact that these Discord staff members let this person back in this Discord server. Huh? Trigger Trigger is 15, apparently. Yeah, it's you might want to have to you're gonna have to probably screenshot that message so that it will go through because sometimes when you text too much, apparently it says that you're spamming when you're not. It deleted because it said you were spamming. You gotta do Ctrl Z if you're on PC. Yeah, you gotta do Ctrl Z if you're on PC to undo the message that was just deleted, so you can resend it. Who is Mayor? Oh. Literally, oh my gosh. Kayumi is literally saying, trying to like Trigger is trying to compare what others did to make their decision not seem bad. Yeah, take a screenshot of it, paste it. I know, that's why I said. So paste it into the chat, screenshot it, and then send it as a photo. Do you have photo perms? No, you're level 1. Here, I'll screenshot it for you. Send it to me in DMs. Or you could just make it shorter and be like, just because you're 15 doesn't make it okay, and you can't be. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I protect the privacy of the people who send me DMs. Because Trigger likes to normalize their behavior just because they're 15, as if that makes it any better. They gave me a timeout because you were muted in Baddies Entertainment for 1 hour. You were warned in Baddies for entertainment. No, in Baddies Entertainment for instigating drama. If y'all really moved on, you wouldn't have allowed another Discord member that you previously banned to re-enter the Discord and traumatize and further infiltrate vulnerable people that were around the same age as them and allow them to stay there after sending another said photo again. Why is it okay for you guys to abuse your power when people are calling out your abuse of power, your neglectfulness, and your ignorance towards needing to moderate people when they're being inappropriate in your very own Discord server? Again, after being banned. And then you further did not ban them like you originally were supposed to in the beginning when they first got banned. It's the fact that you're not taking responsibility. You haven't been moderating on your Discord server. We have to ping a moderator to get them in chat to even check what is going on and to correct what is going wrong. And the moment that someone calls you out, you try to say that we're moving on. No, you don't get to choose who's forgiving what and what gets to be called out and then ignored afterwards. No, what you're doing is enabling toxic behavior and then getting mad when people call you out on your neglectfulness and when you're enabling others to getting away with the behavior they're posting. It's clear you as a Baddies Entertainment Discord server have no care for your community, you don't respect people, and you don't love your community. You don't protect the people that are 15 or probably even younger in your Discord server. You don't have any skills to manage people. You don't deserve the leadership that you claim that you're in control of. You don't deserve to make any events. You don't deserve to do anything that has to do with moderation or protecting children or anyone who's under your control and power just because you're the creators of a game that has to do with fighting. You don't have any power or any right to say that you have power when the way that you've been wielding your power is picking and choosing and manipulating and having double standards. And then you get mad when people try to help. You quite literally delete the channel where I was trying to get people to send proof of the hackers, of the abuse of people stealing from them, and more. And then I was going to tag a moderator. You deleted it. While before you deleted it, you said that I was the one that wanted people to kiss my feet and bow down to me when it's the opposite. You were projecting. It was you. You were the person who wanted people to bow down to you and listen to you and allow you to abuse your authority and to pick and choose when you're gonna moderate and when you weren't gonna moderate, and which is very, very, very immature, because it's the fact that you told me I was those things, but you and your whole entire staff team, including a manager who's called the staff manager, who is 30 years old, has a wife, and I'm assuming kids, but he can't take responsibility for a server and his staff members who are manipulating and neglecting their roles as people who are supposed to be role models for the Discord they're supposed to be protecting the people of, and they're continuing to allow a bunch of drama, a bunch of people who are premeditated predators in their Discord who repeat offendings, who are literally repeating offenses, and then they're not banning them afterwards. In fact, there's been a whole bunch of disgusting things that have been said in this server since the downfall of the Baddies Entertainment staff members as a collective whole. Every single one of you. None of you listen to when people tag. It's so rare that you allow anyone to be moderated. And then the moments that we do tag you, you say that we have to have proof. When you could have, first of all, been active enough in the chat to see all of that, what they were doing was wrong, and ban them yourself. Second of all, you have not trained your moderators, nor have you hired skillful or even tangible workers, people who actually know what they're doing, and neither have you instructed them properly on how to handle issues. You instead hire them and expect them to know everything, and you're not teaching people anything. The only thing you're teaching them is that when they get in control of power, that they should neglect people, that they should abuse them, that they should let everyone bypass, that they should pick and choose to moderate, that anytime someone calls them out on their behavior, that they can just abuse them with the power and then just get over with it and pretend like nothing happened. And then you let the person that was still breaking rules after getting unbanned stay in the same situation that they should have been banned for in the first place and stay that way, which is sending an inappropriate image in the Discord lounge for Baddies Entertainment, full of, mind you, a bunch of teenagers and minors who they themselves is a minor, but because they're a minor, they think that they're protected and that they're enabled to literally send more inappropriate images after getting banned for the first same reason in the first place. And then you have people who are literally supporting them and you're not doing anything to them. That's crazy. It's crazy because it's the fact that you as an owner, can't even take care of your own staff team when you have an entire community to be looking out for. You as a person should know better. I don't care how old you are. You've had long enough to see all of the backlash that anyone in the community who has broken the rules of has caused. And just because someone's calling out behavior and clocking the bullcrap that they're pulling and attempting to pull in just because they're a minor as well, you think that just because they do that, that you have the right to mute them. You, as a Discord owner of a game and the Discord of a game, are irresponsible, you're immature, and you need to be taken down from your stance. None of you should have a job on this Discord or in real life till you learn the difference between calling out behavior and causing drama. Because if we, as a collective community, have to be punished for calling out behavior that is clearly inappropriate and causing damage and breaking rules, if we're the problem and you're the ones who are repeating Roblox's same issue right now, which is banning Schlep for protecting minors, you are the issue and we are not. You're the evil person. Miss Mant or Mr. Mant with Mantense, Manteennse. You, as a Discord owner, are a disgrace to everyone. As a developer, as an owner, as a member. Second up, Yuji. You're the same amount of disrespectful and disregarding member of this community as a staff member as Ment is. All of you including with Reluct, all of the members here who support the behavior that's going on, all of the same members who allow the same type of abuse from your own staff members, you don't speak up. You even allowed one of the game moderators called Moons to lie and spread rumors about how the event was going to be in one Discord server, and I'm pretty sure you did not moderate that person. You're supposed to be a secretary. You're supposed to have maximum authority. You're supposed to be a director, and you do none of the sort in any type of idea. Nothing. You're not the ideal example of what a leader should be. Next up, I don't know who these are, but these are another one of the people here who should be in control and moderating properly and taking care of their staff team's decisions, which are very, very, very neglectful and not even properly managed. You're supposed to be maximum authority. You're supposed to be community manager. You're supposed to be a director. But guess what? You're doing none of those responsibilities responsibly. Next up, Rush COO. Play work Sholdings, creating games. .gg/Rush Interactive. You're just as neglectful as the members that you are in the staff member team of. Account managed by Playworks Holdings. We're a partner of Rush Interactive on the Roblox platform. At Rush, we're creating some of the largest games on the platform, like Baddies. Yeah, you're also creating a community where responsibility and accountability for teenage minors who are enabling predatory behavior are not even canceled or taken care of like they properly should be. You're supposed to be a director, a community manager, and you're supposed to be maximum authority, but you're neither any of those things because you don't take care of your own staff teams call outs, you don't hold them accountable, you don't respect the community because you're along with the same people. All right, next up, do small. .const COO at Do Big Studios. Hello, I like to stare at lines 10 hours a day and get extremely sad and angry when they're not green. You're supposed to be a developer and a director, and you don't deserve any of those positions as you're supporting the same staff team that can't take responsibility and hold others accountable for their actions that involve enabling predatory behavior in the Discord for the Baddies entertainment game. You don't deserve your roles. You're not a director and you're not a developer team member that is worthy of that role. Let's go next. Content Manager Zach. You do not moderate and read DMs. You only take DMs for business. You are a you're supposed to be a content manager. You're supposed to be a celebrity. You're supposed to be an iconic creator. And you're supposed to be a member of this Discord. You have media, suggestion perms, and music permissions, but I'm pretty sure you have never once stood up to the same hypocritical and manipulative and very ignorant and disassociative masterminds behind controlling the behavior of their own staff members and making sure they're kept in check. You do not deserve any of those roles that is on your Discord right now. You don't deserve the games that you have control of. You don't deserve any moderation or admin positions that you have control of. Next up, QA lead. Considering your name is QA lead, you should be asking questions and giving answers to the people who are concerned for the safety of the community that you decided that you should not be questioning your own team and staff over protecting. QA lead, game designer and tester, portfolio, and then you show your portfolio. You're supposed to be a QA lead and part of the developer team. You are none of those things. Based on the fact that you allow and enable your own staff team members to be this disrespectful, disregarding, and ignorant of the community problems that they continue to cause and enable 24/7. You don't deserve anything you're in control of. Next up, developer team. Okay, Adam, you do scripting and stuff. Thank you, Jake and Scapter. You're supposed to be a part of the game administrator team and the developer team. You also don't deserve your place in this Discord, along with the others, because you're really, really pissing me off. It's the fact that you as a person still haven't spoken up about the ability to follow your own server rules as a Discord member in the Baddies Entertainment. You instead stay silent and become part of the problem when it comes to making sure the members in the community are supposed to, and the staff members themselves, because they're also part of this community, are held accountable. You don't hold them accountable and you don't speak up. You also don't deserve your position in this Discord. Next up, aerophobia or aerophobes. You're supposed to be part of the developer team and a game administrator. You also have been silent on this situation. You have not been speaking up about the lack of skills, control, and actual proper moderation that this server deserves so badly from the staff team and your staff members. You instead ignored and did not care for your community by not speaking up. You also do not deserve your role in this Discord or any game that you are in control or power over in any shape, way, or form. Java. I don't know who this is. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy. I don't know if you're in a relationship with that person romantically or not. But whoever this is, I think you need to talk to your partner on Discord. Talk to them in real life. Talk to them how they're a part of a Discord team, staff team, where they're enabling predatory behavior from the same team they originally banned over a specific image that was inappropriate in the Discord full of minors, and they're continually allowing that person to do whatever they want after being unbanned, after they reset another inappropriate image, and they're allowing that person to get away with it. They haven't banned them. They cause more drama by continually trying to put down others, gaslight others for being over 18, apparently, because apparently it's a sin to be over 18 in this Discord. The only sin you did experience was thinking that it was okay to do something inappropriate in a Discord full of minors just because you were also a minor. Now, iJava, you also don't deserve your place as a member of this Discord. You don't deserve to be a part of the developer team, and you don't deserve to be a part of whatever other team you are part of, because you as a person have not spoken up against the manipulation and the exploitation of the community that you all supposedly are supposed to be protecting. Next up, Lacraze. You're supposed to be a developer team. You're supposed to be game administrator. But guess what? You as a person have not spoken up against the manipulation and the exploitation of a community that is a bunch of minors, a majority. And the people who are consistently unmoderated and picked and choose on to be moderated just so you could pretend and feel like you actually did a job when you didn't. When instead, you pick and chose a team member to work for that do not take responsibility for their lack of moderation and their accountability versus the community that they're supposed to be protecting. You also don't deserve your job as a person of this community for the Baddies Entertainment or any other place that you're supposedly a part of. The game moderators. Angel's Halo. I'll admit, you're supposedly one of the people that we were supposed to trust, but the moment that it comes up that there's supposed to be, someone moderated, you said nothing as well. You as a person who's supposed to be a game moderator, protect the children, have not been doing your job. You said to yourself, I'm assuming, that you are a game moderator while also not doing your job, and you're not protecting the people you are supposed to be protecting. You also don't deserve your rank as a game moderator, nor do you deserve any other community rank powers that you have. You're not an actual respectable member of the community. Instead, you're the same person, a part of that staff team that is also neglecting the community. And you should not be in charge of anyone until you learn that. And it's the fact that you say you're a Christian, but even so, Christianity is not a good religion either, because Christianity is also being controlled by the same religious spirit that a religion in general will be controlled by. People who are hypocrites give burdens to others and act like religion is what is needed to be saved when it isn't. Let's call that out. Smiley. You're a game moderator. You don't do anything to moderate people until it's randomly, I'm pretty sure, which I've never seen you moderate before, until you probably feel like you should, right? But honestly, it's the fact that I've never seen you moderate as a game moderator, and I'm pretty sure that you don't actually care for the people in the community, as you're part of the same staff team who has not been taking care of the proper measures that are needed to take care of the community you're supposed to be protecting. You also don't deserve your stance as a game moderator, and you don't deserve to have any power or control over the people that you are in any other community or state. Okay? Brandon, the celebrity. I'm going to just call out the celebrities one by one. Brandon, 302. Kirbyum, Amari, Jerks, Uzi. Content creators in whoever this is, Win, Charcoal Dark, EK Roy, Japan, Cloniana, Laya, LTX, Moonies, MZ, Mayaxo, Peace, Scar, Silent, Zodri, Mayaka, Bratian, Miss Yunu. All of you people here, the people who continue to support a staff team and never speak up about the issues that they're causing by not moderating properly and accurately, by picking and choosing to not moderate, and also have been allowing the same community members to break the same rules after being unbanned. All of you, the fact that you haven't been speaking it up about it to the staff team member themselves, that you haven't been speaking up and protesting against the abuse and the lies that this community has spread as a staff team. Yes, the staff team has lied before, and there's many people who have screenshots of it. You who had the opportunity to use your platform to share the truth and tell and expose the lies, the manipulation, the toxicity in between the staff team themselves and the community, you do not deserve any of your positions as a content creator or any other position that you have in any other community, because you as a person had the responsibility to call out this same behavior that is causing issues for other people, not only mentally but spiritually and physically, both online and in real life. You have the opportunity to call out the behavior that is abusive, that is neglectful, and that is taking no accountability for their actions over. You do not deserve any of those roles. All of you involved, no matter if I called out staff team members that were online or offline, every single one of you do not deserve your roles as a Discord member over the Baddies Entertainment or any other community. And that is included for you, Roblox. It's the fact that you banned the same person who was targeted on your very same platform, exposing your neglectfulness as a developer of a platform full of children, minors, and people who are vulnerable to predators daily. You haven't taken accountability for your actions of neglecting the power that you had over people by not moderating properly either. You and Baddies Entertainment in any community like it are the same and deserve no respect. You need to come down from your positions until you understand what it truly means to respect and moderate properly and show the community that you so badly say you care about that you care, but actually doing what your job entails by protecting the community you're supposed to protect and by following the same rules that you allow others to bypass daily and you yourself bypass daily. And until all of you realize that, you're never going to be respected in the community of baddies. You're always going to have issues. You're always going to have problems, but it's not going to be the community that's a problem alone. It's going to be the only members that break the rules knowing that the Baddie Entertainment Discord do not moderate. They do not make sure they have skilled moderators. They do not hire moderators who are active during the hours of the moderators that aren't active anymore. You don't create schedules, you don't train your moderators, you don't take accountability for your neglectfulness over your decision and your power that you're supposed to be so responsible with, which you're not. And you don't deserve any respect because the moment that someone calls you out on your behavior of neglectfulness over your decision to not moderate properly, when you're being called out, because you're called out, you react as if we're the problem. You yourself have no right to try and judge us because you are the main reason why this Discord has issues. You're the same people that anytime you're called out on your wrongs, you make the victim the problem and you try to mutilate their voice. You try to mute them, you try to warn them, you try to ban them, you try to silence them because they're calling you out on your manipulation, your double standards, and your inability to take control and accountability for your own neglectful actions. Every single one of you. And we love your game as a whole, but the issue is none of you deserve to be in control of the power that you have right now over any community. Because you can't seem to understand that just because you have power over a game doesn't mean you get to pick or choose when you moderate. You don't get to be biased. You don't get to be the person who gets to choose when someone is moderated or not. You don't get to break the same rules that you set for the same community. You don't get to pick and choose when to moderate and break your own rules at the same time. You don't get to lie to us and get away with it. Because you, as a collective staff team and developer of a game full of minors and adults, are setting the worst example, and you're copying the footsteps of Roblox itself by allowing predators to stay on your platform and then allowing them to get away with their actions because you, as a Discord server team and game team, do not care for our protection. You don't care about respecting us. You don't care about keeping your rules checked properly. You don't care about following your own rules. And I hope God judges you. Because I've been this up to this point. So sick and tired of people like you. So sick and tired of the abuse, the neglect, and the inability to take accountability for your actions, knowing you have the opportunity to. knowing you have power to change the situation and do the right thing, in which you do not do the right thing over. And because of that, you're no longer a good leader or an example for anyone in this world. You lack the ability to learn from your mistakes, and you lack the ability to control your own actions, which are neglecting and abusing others with your powers, which is wrong and evil. I hope you change, because at this very moment, nothing could fix your issues. Not even a petty little event that you postponed saying that you wanted to add details to. If someone is calling out your inability to properly moderate fairly and to handle situations and to do the right moderation over, if they're the problem for calling out your neglectfulness, you are the sole issue in this problem, not them. If you're so oh my gosh, how do I speak English at this point? I'm so disappointed, honestly. It's just like, you're such a disappointment because you don't want to take a step towards getting better. You instead spiral down more and more and more, doing worse, just like Roblox is as a platform, the developers of Roblox. As for you, whoever the name of the owner of Roblox is, you are also the same amount of disrespectful and neglectful as this person on this game and any community like it. The fact that you are doubling down on your double standards and your neglectfulness to keep the community you say you protect safe, the fact that you do that is disgusting in itself too. And you don't deserve any of your positions, for those of you who aren't speaking up. If you're so scared that you're going to lose your job because you speaking up against their neglectfulness of their duty to protect the community they say they're protecting, even though they're not protecting them, you also are part of the problem and do not deserve your position as an adult, as a leader, and you do not deserve the right to say who is right or wrong unless you actually understand the depth of what you're saying, which is acknowledging that Roblox as a platform and platforms like it who are abusing their power to control the narrative so they don't have to take accountability for the neglectfulness do not deserve their positions the moment that they keep on trying to make the victims the problem and not them who need to take accountability the problem when they're not taking accountability. You're also the issue. You're also the problem. And anyone in charge of that, anyone in charge of the team or the protection of the community, you don't deserve your roles if I don't see you speaking out against this type of manipulation. I better see you dropping receipts, names, proof, what you say is wrong, what you know is wrong. I want you calling out the same people that you work with, regardless if you're going to lose your job or not. Because if you're so worried about money to the point where you don't want to fight for victims who are clearly being manipulated, targeted, and attempted to be silenced over an issue the platform itself, the devs of the platform itself have not been taken care of properly, you yourself are a part of them and just as bad. And that's all I'll say.